Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Jordan Little, aka Northman, and in this video, am going to be discussing with you my journey from Christianity to Freemasonry to Heathenry. First, let me give you a little bit of background as to how I got the name Northman, or how the YouTube channel rather got the name Northman. So, I work in a laundry plant, and with my uniform, I wear my Mjolnir. Hang on, let me turn the lights. There. I wear my Mjolnir and my Odin Wolf medallion, and as a result of that, being that everybody at my work knows that I'm a pagan. One of my coworkers one day, we were working on the back of the plant, and he called me Northman, and it just stuck. They also call me Baby Thor, but Baby Thor Northman for a YouTube channel just doesn't sound right. So anyway, detailing my journey, or my story. I grew up in an extremely conservative Christian home. I went from Seeker Sensitive Church to Southern Baptist to Reformed theology. For about 4 years, I was a part of the Reformed Presbyterian Church of North America. And this lasted all the way up until August. Sorry, August. Because around that time, it was made known to the church that I was going to that I was a member of the Masonic Lodge. And they didn't take too kindly to that. I was actually pulled aside by the pastor and some of the elders, and basically told, "You don't belong here. There's the door. We don't ever want to see you again." And followed by, "We'll pray for you," and they were asking me to repent and all this and that and the other. So I was like, okay, you know what? If y'all don't want me just because I'm a Freemason, I basically said, fuck you, and then I left. So from there was about a good 3 to 4 month period where, sorry, let me go back a second, okay? So I joined the Masonic Lodge, and I became extremely interested in the esoteric aspects of it, the esoteric symbolism, the hidden meaning behind things, and I'm still very interested in that, as I'm a very philosophical-minded person. Growing up, I was actually the kid that everybody referred to as the kid who asked too many questions, because I'd ask questions about the most mundane things, like why is the sky blue, or why do cars go as fast as they do, or what causes airplanes to fly, you know? But one of the biggest questions I would always ask is, what's the meaning of life? Well, why are we here? So Freemasonry, as a result of that, the goal of it is to make good men better. But with that also comes the esoteric aspects of stuff. Some people choose to get into the esotericism of it, some people don't. I'm one of the ones that chose to. So, as a result of becoming a Freemason, after I was kicked out of that church, I went from hardcore Reformed Christianity to Rosicrucianism to Gnosticism to Heathenry, basically. And I couldn't tell you what caused me to become a heathen, but all I know is that something spoke to me, something called out to me. Some would call me a Norse pagan, some might call me an Anglo-Saxon heathen. I personally don't care which. I pull from both traditions, from both pantheons. And actually, the more I study Anglo-Saxon heathenry, the more I actually am attracted to it. Sorry, still getting over COVID a bit. I just went back to work today for the first time in 5 days. So, um, so getting into how I got into heathenry. Um, so the three main deities that I worship or venerate so far are Odin, Thor, and Tyr. Or you could say like Woden, Tyr, and Dunor. I personally don't care either one. Um, now, I'm also a member of the Troth, which was basically a godsend to me because I'm still a baby heathen and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing half the time. So being a part of the Troth actually has helped me to learn and study the sagas, the Eddas, and a lot of different podcasts and so on and so forth. I'm actually really good friends with the Alabama steward of the Troth. His name is Jay Meeks. Awesome dude. If you're in Alabama and you're a new heathen, if you have any questions, don't ask me, ask him. He's the one that I would absolutely recommend you go to. Um, but yeah, man. So far, man, heathenry has been a ride for me. I made my first Odin, or my first offering to Odin, Tyr, and Thor a couple of months ago. And Thor actually reached out to me at work and I didn't realize it was him at first until about a week later, where it started thundering and storming really, 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 really loud, and it actually thundered and lightning struck so close to my house that my house shook. So at that point, I was like, all right, you know what? There's no more doubting anymore. Thor, if you want to talk, let's talk. Here we are. um, I am not a hardcore reconstructionist heathen, but I'm also not a hardcore eclectic heathen. Sorry, that's my dog in the background. She has an enlarged heart, so it causes her to cough a lot. Also, in a couple of minutes, if you hear the doorbell ring, that's because I ordered cinnamon rolls. So, um, anyway, I am not a hardcore recon. I am not a hardcore eclectic. I'm somewhere in between. I personally see a lot of value in the Reconstructionist movement. I take a lot from it because the value of the historical uh, sources and such is really appealing to me because I want to actually get as close as I can to what original heathenry was. However, I also understand that in this modern age, there are things that we have to move around. There are things that we have to adapt uh, for this period, and so on and so forth. For example, heathenry, I know historically has celebrated Yule, like, for example, Yule, for example. Heathenry historically has celebrated Yule over a 3-day period. I think it's like early to mid January or February, if I remember correctly. But I personally, in my personal practice, I do the 12 days of Yule, starting December 20th, going to January 12 days. January 5th, January 6th, somewhere on there. Um, and no, I don't celebrate it as the rebirth of the sun, like a lot of Wiccans do. It's I celebrate it a celebration for getting through half the winter. B, I know it's a bloat for Odin to appease the wild hunt, and a couple other things. But yeah, that's just me. Also, I'm philosophically speaking, I am what you would call most likely a Stoic. I really love Marcus Aurelius. The fact that and why Stoicism appeals to me so much is I've always grown up being told that don't worry about the shit you can't control. And that's what my old man has a uh, hand in that, um, in helping me do that. And it's awesome because it's like, you know what? Don't worry about the shit you can't control. Don't worry about what I cannot talk today. Or what other people think of you. You know, I am also a hardcore empath. I've always been able to do it, but I'm actually being able to sense it more now that I became a pagan. Uh, I can sense the emotions of people around me. Sometimes I can actually see the energies that their emotions give off, and they look at like different colors and everything. It's creepy. It's creepy, but it's cool. So, and also, I'm actually I used to not give credence to like astral traveling or anything like that, but I'm actually convinced I traveled more than once actually. One of my experiences was I it was while I was asleep. I know that I was out of my body and I was actually lifted above the earth or above Midgard, as heathens would say. And I could see from a top-down view each realm of the world tree. Now, whether the world tree has 9 realms or 7 realms, I'm not entirely sure yet. That's what I'm studying with Anglo-Saxon heathenry compared to Norse. If you want to call the world tree the Yggdrasil or the Irminsul, uh, whatever works, I personally don't care. Um, but yeah, I'm also studying the. I'm looking into the Anglo-Saxon god of Sasnoth or Siaxnias, and that's interesting. But yeah, this is just me. If you don't like me, if you don't like the way I do things, it's fine. I don't fucking give a shit. You can think what you want. There are a lot of people who think that because I'm a Mason, I cannot be a heathen. To those people, fuck you. Um, you have no business telling me what I can and can't do and who I can and can't worship. So yeah, that's just me. Also, if you guys want to talk to me, look at me on Facebook. Find me on Facebook, Jordan Little, JordenLittle. My picture is a it's a painting of Cessno actually. And if you want to find me on Twitter, find me at Northman357. Those who are Freemasons will know what 357 means. Those who are not won't, and I'm not going to tell you what that means, so don't even ask. All right, thank you guys. Have a good day.